Hi, this is Bill from Arizona. Today we are going to talk about the CLIO Cloud Management Platform. CLIO Cloud is a web service. It can let our customers to use that to become a service provider and offer the video-related service to their customer immediately. No secondary development. It's a cloud service, and how cloud works. Let's start from the infrastructure. There are three parts in the infrastructures. The first one is the data center. Normally it's from the telecom company, or they will self-build in their own companies. The second one is a platform. The software license, the customizing software installed in the server or the Linux space and put in the data center, the first one. And also, it's a service provider. In order to offer the service, they need to have the first two. Let's make some examples. The data center is just like human body. The platform is like a brand. The service is just like the soul. We have these two, and we just need the soul. It's the customer of the CLIO. Data center platform, Google, Amazon, and CLIO. Body plus the brand, the soul. Okay, so how exactly the data center and platform people do? Let's start from the data center. Normally, people, if they talk about the data centers, they lease from telecom company, it will have a lot of costs, like bandwidth, they need to pay every month. The hardware, they need to buy the server, put in the data center. Also, you need to lease the rack mount. And also electricity, you need to pay, which is the maintain cost. And you hire someone to take care of your server, the data, the software, if it's function right or it is failed. You need to take care of by yourself, because the data center only offer you the infrastructure of the network and the place you put your hardware. So there's a lot of investment in the beginning. How CLIO works? CLIO data center is basically in the Google and Amazon. It's an infrastructure as a service, which means it's all virtualizations. No initial hardware cost, no maintenance cost, no labor cost. All things is done by Google and Amazon. It sounds great, right? So you only have to pay what you use. So we finished the data center part. Let's talk about the second part, the platforms. Normally, people, if you want to do a platform, they will just put the server or the MVR they use for now directly, to the data center. There comes to three major issues. The first one is cost is too high. You can think about that if you want to serve like 100 or 200, but probably you don't have that much users at the beginning, but you still have to buy a server which got the capability to offer 200 people. And if you spill the cost, the two users definitely cannot accept, which means the service is not going to work. The second one, the performance limit. Each MVR guides limitations. So when it comes to the threshold, you need to buy another one. You need to buy another one. And it's just not like that simple. You just buy another one. You need to install software. You need to move the server or your MVR to the data center. You need to plug it, the network. You need to test all the things you have to go through, and it's all about the cost. And here comes the third is like when it comes to a massive users, how you are going to know each status of the device. Of course, you can use the CMS, but the software CMS, the CMS itself also got limitations as well. Thousands, 2,000, 3,000. You need to buy a very expensive CMS as well if you want to do it. Before the end of this part, let's take a look at some stories. It's a man called Billy. He wanted to open a transportation company, so he bought a bus and start from A location to B locations. He's lucky. Before the half of the distance, the bus already reached his capacity, which is 30, but we'll say it's not that lucky. Why? Because he wastes the rest of the distance, the opportunity, because he cannot take more customers. Okay, it's a little bit sad, but let's keep going. The CLIO platform is a decentralized architectures, which means to maximize the resource usage. We always open the RISE spec server according to how many users. and maximize the survivability. Each server, each our single standalone service got its redundant, auto recovery, and all the Google storage got the default RAID 1, which means at least 2 places store your files. The evidence is always there, and visualize the status. With that, our customer can monitor all their devices, the customer's devices in the same platform, the same browser, the same tab. No need to install any software. Okay, so there's Billy again, but it's in another universe. This will be the same from location A to location B, but in this case, Billy don't need to buy a bus because the power of the C company, they lease the bus to Billy, and so there's no initial investment. So he still reach the capacity of the bus before the half of the distance. However, the company C will take over the bus immediately and still send the customer to the location they want, and give Billy another bus. Give Billy another bus when you reach the capacity, which means there will be a lot of bus, earn the money for Billy, and no initial cost. It's the power of the cloud. CLIO Cloud Service is a video management platform, ready to use, no secondary development. Project management platform, easy to be managed. All the devices being managed in the same browser, same tab. No software installations. Devices friendly platforms. You only need to use your current devices, no matter you use A brand, C brand, B brand, D brand. We all support that. If it's not on our list, we will do the integrations. We want our customer to use the current hardware they use to offer the cloud service, not like the others. You need to buy their device in order to use their cloud, which we think is not the right way to do the business. Okay, so let's see real installation cases. Normally, if the people want to use the service, they have MVR, DVR locally, and you can do it remotely or locally to see the footage and the live view. CLIO offers 2 kinds of service. The first one is the recording to the cloud, and the cloud will do all the things we just mentioned previously, which means you don't have to worry the evidence is disappeared because it's all on the cloud. No one is going to delete it or make it disappear. The second one is the remote footage backup. For DVR or MVR, if you already have it locally, we help you to back up the footage to the cloud, which means the footage is there and footage is there. It's never going to disappear, no matter how good the thief or robber it is. It's not going to steal or delete the files from Google or Amazon, right? Okay, so the CLIO Cloud Service offers the security, survivability, and ready to use. One more thing is that we also offer the video analysis popularized, because currently video analysis only exists in the expensive project. In CLIO, because it comes to cloud, we want to use the video analysis affordable, and it becomes the leasing, which means if you want to use that, you can immediately use that, and if you don't want that, you can just cancel it. There's no contract. Okay, so before the end of this presentation, let's take a look at the project reference. It's a project we just won. It's a security service company. It's around like 1,700 channels. We will talk about before CLIO and after the CLIO. Before CLIO, they actually have a massive server. Believe me, I have been there, and also install a lot of very expensive software in order to keep the stability, and also they need to pay the bandwidth and all the red month electricity fees every month, and they need to also check if the hard disk is filled or the server is filled. It comes to once for like 2 or 3 months, or it happens sometimes, so you need someone always to check. It's a lot of investment. It's a little bit complicated. However, after CLIO, you only have to focus on service because all the hardware is being maintained by Google. software service maintained by the CLIO, and they only have to pay how much they use every month. Flexibility high. If they have more customers, they only have to register the license from us, and they can start to use that. No initial cost. They only need to tell us, and you can use that immediately. That's the power of a cloud. Before the end of presentation, let's take some snapshot of our systems: the login, the dashboard, the live view, and the playback. Thank you, and this is Bill from Arizona. I really hope we can have opportunity to discuss any kind of business with you. Thank you.